a lot. I would not say that I enjoyed it. I liked the people and the social aspects of it, things like that, but I would not say I enjoyed it. 4th of January, 1994. It was recorded in 1993, the year after I graduated high school. Where was I when I asked somebody? Oh, the girl at the drive-through window. I said something about the year 2000. I said, "Were you born in the year 2000?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, whew, all right." I'm starting to
feel older.
Oh, feel older. I don't feel young anymore. I don't feel young anymore.
Feel wise then.
I'm wiser. Yeah, I am wiser.
You do.
I'm assier too.
Assier.
I was like, man, that came back full-fledged. I lost all that weight in Helizona, those mean bitches. I got all skinny, and then my ass came back full-fledged. Woo! I couldn't if I tried. I did, and it just came back with a vengeance. I couldn't. That's the thing. I don't know whose ass I have, but I don't really appreciate it very much. I do. I have come to appreciate your nose, though. I have. I have your face. And I like your face. Said that they love my face. I said, thank you. I get it from my mom.
That's the dimple.
Benny's playing with his toys.
Oh, where did that come from? Then look at Marge, that's darling. He knows exactly what he's doing, too. Look.
He's a dog. He knows how to play with the toy proper. It ain't his first day on the planet.
He's got 2 little toys.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
He's face in.
He's got the one with
He's face into his stuffed animals. Look at.
He entertains himself really well.
He doesn't really play with toys very. I got us flowers today. Hello, welcome to my tube.
You got flowers today?
No, I got us flowers today. They're behind you.
I didn't realize that.
She did. Things surprise Mom a lot. Her memory's at about 5 minutes, so.
Well, thank you, Marge.
No, you won't, Ma. That's the thing. I love you so much, Ma. That's why we hang out so much. Anyway, so I got his flowers this morning. I went to the grocery store, had a pretty positive. Did I say hi, welcome to my tube? My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I just like having these little talks, these little monologues on the way I feel about things. Benny's chiming in. The squeaky toy. So it's been a pretty pleasant Monday, feeling Sunday, all day evening kind of day. Because it's been rainy and overcast and thunderstorms, and I love it. I do. I've been up since, I don't know, I got up about 4. But went to the market. Don't have to go back for probably 2 weeks. They had buy one, get one free on Tillamook ice cream. Holy hell. If that wasn't a freaking blessing and a later will be a curse when I feel fat. I'll have to do extra sets. No, I don't get me any ice cream very often. I just have bites of Mom's here and there. But anyway, it was kind of funny. The guy that checked me out, I'm wearing my purple pants, or my orange pants today.
Why would you call them purple?
I don't know why I said purple. Purple, out of all the colors, purple is probably my least favorite. So, anyway, I got my orange pants on because I had a couple cookies. That's probably why I said purple. Anyway, so I had that in my shirt. This is my shirt. This is part of me. I came up with it. I thought I was going to do bumper stickers when I was about 9. It says straight people like rainbows too. I'm all about inclusion, man. All about inclusion. So, when I went up to the guy in the checkout, the guy was like, I thought you were a Broncos fan because I had orange pants on and I guess because of the blue bandana. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And he was like, I was going to say Broncos fan. You guys, your checkout is over there. Because evidently he doesn't like Broncos fans. And I was like, oh, I said, no, I don't really, I don't like pro sports at all. It's all rigged. You know, it's all, yeah. And I looked at his name tag and his name was Jerome. And I was like, you know what? That is funny. That's the third Jerome. When we lived with the bitches in Arizona for a minute, and I only say that because they were really mean to me. I would never just call somebody bitches for no reason, but they concurred it. They earned it. So, I am grateful for the time that they let me keep my family together. They made it very, very unpleasant and very uncomfortable. Yeah, anyway. And plus their dog bit me 2 times and I got yelled at for it, which was pretty fucking lame too. So, the younger one, yeah, she, her dog's name was Jerome. And got my haircut in a barber shop, and the barber's name was Jerome. And then now this guy at the checkout, he said he used to be a cop. I'm glad I didn't tell him about what everything was written on my I told him I was in the Air Force and stuff like that. And I was just like, I think it's funny because my brother, his name is Jerome, and Peace Dealer keeps talking about the synchronicities, and I know we're in Eclipse energy, and I know a lot about. Spend a lot of time listening to a lot of different people with different perspectives and their take on things, and then I have my take on things, and I'm like, okay, well that I can align with that, and I think this makes sense to me, and I jive with that, and I'm happy with that, and I'm down with that, and nah, that's scat, and yeah, and they're a rat, and I'm gonna forget about that. But put my whole kind of collage of how I interpret this storyline and perceive this this incarnate, because it's freaking only gonna get wackier and weird. So, and then the astrology, I was listening to Ann Ortley and Biddy, get out! And Amanda Poole Walsh, get up there, from Astrology Hub. Come on, get up there and get your toy. He's been getting, it's all the kinetic energy. He's all fired up, and you always throw toilet paper and Kleenex and stuff all over the place, and he just wants to eat it. Go lay down. Good dog. I can't get mad at him because it's you. It's your behavior that prompts that and motivates it, but I don't have any power, so whatever. She just went. Everybody's restless. Oh, that kind of coincides with my talk today, because it's called Keep Your Wits, as I'm about to lose mine. Keep your wits. Ann Ortley and Amanda Poole Walsh. It's worth the time to go listen to their talk. I don't think it was very long. 45 minutes, maybe, an hour, maybe. But right on, girl. Good girl, Sass. But they give a pretty good interpretation about how they see the energies they could potentially go, So when I'm done with this here talk, I'm going to go in and meditate, state myself for a little while. There's a new one Michael Seeley put out last night, so I'm going to go ahead and do that one. And then I actually finally got a pretty decent night's sleep. Hey, if I can get 4 hours sleep, at night, 5 hours, I'm freaking golden. But this not sleeping and getting an hour here and an hour there, that ain't cool. So, and I think I might have another episode of Everything's Gonna Be Okay. I really like that show. It's on the Hulu. And Josh Thomas, I think, is the kid's name. Who is like, he's the creator, he's the writer. There goes Stan Lee. Everybody's feeling the fistbidgety. Everybody has got the extra sauce. Everything's Gonna Be Okay. And it's kind of funny because it's loosely based. I think it's loosely autobiographical. Biographical. It's kind of about himself, and it made me reminiscent because I guess, I don't know how old the kid is, but I didn't find out. I mean, I have a funny story about how it was brought to my attention that I'm Asperger's. I have Asperger's. Autistic is what they called it in the, because I remember they tested me for everything when I was a kid. I was like, they spent so much time looking for things that were wrong with me. I felt like that I never felt like I was right. Because I had a speech, people have been modifying and correcting my behavior, like from the first part of my life until I came into the remembrance that, fuck that, I'm a free spirit. I ain't gonna do what you tell me to do. That's stupid. I've been like that my whole life, huh, Ma? Mom can attest to that. So, I mean, I always respected rules, you know, on the principle of safety, even though I did a lot of crazy things. But still, well, you know, I did a lot of, well, because I tested things to see how they worked, and sometimes I would try to defy gravity. Yep, exactly. So, it's a lot of life lessons I learned. Anyway, so this kid, I was watching this episode, and on his show, he's like, oh my God, you know, he does his test with his sister, and to see if he's on the spectrum, and she's like, okay, and then once they, you know, they go through it, you know, and I remember doing that. I remember doing that when I was like 36, so like 11, 12 years ago, somewhere around that time, right? Because I didn't even really know what all the psychological stuff. I didn't know. I mean, I know it's I know a lot about head stuff. Because anyway, I don't want to get too far into that. But I never thought that these terms applied to me. I never thought how clinical terms fit or impacted my life at all ever. So I did this and this test and did exceptionally well. Which is funny because I don't do good on tests for this reason and my perception on things. And so and then I had a friend who was a kindergarten teacher, and I was like, you know, I did this, and I'm like, is it, you know, it has the potential that it's highly likely that I'm on the bubble spectrum, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, yeah, you're totally freaking, oh my gosh, absolutely. I'm totally Asperger's is what they call it now. They used to call it autistic, and that's what I remember is when I was in junior high, they were testing me. I thought I was dyslexic because I think so fast. I'm thinking about other things, but my hands doing the work, right? So my penmanship has always been shit, but I can write left and right-handed. I can write frontwards and backwards at the same time. I can mirror write. That's kind of a cool trick. Never mind my power of telekinesis, but that doesn't freaking give me no favor neither. I mean, I have all this freaking really cool shit I can do. Anyway, so they used to test me for all this stuff. And then I remember them like somehow me hearing autistic. But because I had my speech and I heard artistic because Mom used to, because I would draw things and then they would take me to the psychologist. UFOs is what I was drawing. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, because it was like had a lot of detail and they really wanted to know. Anyway, so it was really cool. That's why I like some television shows. People are like, television's the devil. Well, yeah, if people are freaking sitting there, actually spending their time watching the shows like Lucifer, yeah, TV is the devil. It's whatever is in your heart, you know, draws to. And that's how they get a measure of where people are in a spiritual realm too, is what people are selective, choosing, you know, the Nielsen ratings, kind of, so to speak. And so it makes me feel better and less alone in the world when I watch shows like Everything's Gonna Be Okay, because other people feel like I do. And that's why I make these videos, to help other people feel the way I do, that might be in more of a less of an obscure demographic, maybe feel a little bit less alone. So that's a good show. You might want to check it out. I was going to give my buddy my Hulu password. And then when I said that, I was like, I have to get it, and I have to look at. So it's like an ordeal. And it won't take long. When I said it, it was late last night, and I didn't even turn on my computer until right before I started this live. So I have to look in my keychain where all my passwords are held so I could find it, because I'm not even exactly sure what it is. So I was going to do that because there's like, in another show that I really like a lot is Mr. In Between. I really identify to the main character. Yeah, it's on the Hulu. And then another one, I'm sad that they ended. At first when it started, I was like, what's this? But now I'm really but they already canceled it. See, that's the thing, is I never get really excited about freaking like TV shows and stuff, because the shit I like gets canceled. Firefly season 1 done. Space Cowboy, what are you kidding me? You could have gone on like 8, 9, 10 seasons easy, but you know what, huh? And when you look at that all the other stuff that made the cut, oh my gosh, it just makes me sad. I still haven't watched Firefly yet, or the movie at the end of it that they made to wrap it all up. She just went.
She's in a skirt.
Just take her out on the porch. Let her get some fresh air. Come on. Hurry. I got her. Come on. It doesn't matter what she does there, okay? Call her when you're done. Come on, get her. I got out this other DVD player, and she's been watching Longmire on this other DVD player, and the picture is so much more clear on this. It's like watching it for the first time. I almost know it by heart. Like all 6 seasons. Yeah. No, I know all the characters. I almost could do like freaking. See, that's the thing. Power goes out. People like me are gonna come in handy, because we're the entertainers. Because we're the ones that have seen of all the really freaking really cool obscure stuff that people don't care about. If you haven't heard of this song, listen to this song, Enigma. Return to Innocence. It's a good song. It was the first one out of the gate today. It's a good song, and I kind of feel like that's what's happening again. I would like to see the world return to innocence. I want to see kids stay kids as long as they possibly can, and adults stop perpetuating the ideologies and these freaking these civilizations where freaking kids have to hurry up and grow up to have babies, so those babies can have kids, and just give people plenty of time to figure out who and what they are, Because you put people in a box, and shame on you. People try to put me in a box, try to define me. They have their definitions and ideas of who they think that I am. They underestimate me a lot. I'm often underestimated. That's all right. I don't mind. I used to watch Columbo. People can think what other people think of me is absolutely none of my business. Really. So, what else? So, yeah, I was late to the Aspie show. I was like 36. I was like, oh, yeah. You know? And there's another show that was on Netflix. Nutflix. What was it called? Atypical. I think the last season is on now. I canceled my Netflix when, like, before we moved from Oregon. And I just never got it again. Oh, I found all my I was like, okay. I found all my chiropractic paperwork from the last year that I was in the Air Force. I'd gone to the chiropractor like 28 times. Because I'm starting to get tingles, and like I'm starting to get tingles in my hands and stuff like that. I'm starting to get numbness and stuff like that, new stuff. And so, and getting this and getting that, and nothing is ever consistent. So when I was diagnosed with migraines back in 2014 when I was in Omaha still. 2015. I'm not ever having surgery. I will not have operation on my back, not ever. Although there are, I need to get like at least things need to something. I think maybe if I could, there's like local doctors. I would go to an acupuncturist. I would go to a chiropractor again. I'd go to a more of a holistic type doctor type thing. But we'll see. Because I just don't like, I've worked in hospitals. I've been around, I've known doctors, and oh my God, they are just, there aren't very many good ones. There really aren't. There really, really aren't. Because most people care about money. So, anyway. What else happened today? There's so much freaking craziness going on. This whole week is just me too. Keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you. I gotta remember, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all gonna be small stuff. Yesterday, what happened yesterday? I was gonna tell a story about yesterday. What was my story about yesterday? What was yesterday? Sunday? Yesterday was good. Luna like lurched a little bit, but she didn't throw up this morning about 4. And then this afternoon, she did throw up. But she hadn't since Friday. So her checkup is tomorrow. She has a checkup, a temperature check, and I'll report that. And they'll take, I'm sure, another bacterial sample. And already off. And we'll see where we're at. I'm pretty sure that she doesn't have a fever anymore, so that's good because her little nose is wet, and it wasn't. That one, oh gosh. Whew. That night, man, that was scary. I was just like, hang on, baby girl, hang on. I do not like that stuff. But I've been doing this stuff since I was a kid. I've been handling freaking emergency situations and but you know, the human spirit is a very resilient thing. The thing of it is I get caught up with the difference between the physical and the emotional. Because when my body hurts, I can easily get that misunderstood between emotional pain. Does that make sense, Ma?
Yes, it does.
So I spend a lot of time moving around, keeping moving and stuff like that. Because some days my back hurts more than others too. Yeah, and stretching and stuff like that is very, very important. It's very important to keep, because people lose their agility. They lose it. Like, Mom still stretches every day. Huh, Mom? You do your stretches when you get up in the morning. You can?
Yes, I can. When I bend over.
I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can touch my toes. I used to do like excel in the sit and reach. And like when I like my PT test, I was a shitty runner. I hate running because my ankles are bad. My ankles are shit. My left one. Um, but it just makes everything hurt. Yeah, it. Hold on, Mom. However, like the sit-ups, I did 60. I have one that I did 60 sit-ups in a minute.
In a minute?
Yeah, sit up a second.
That's
That's why it was recorded because the other person that holds your feet, they count. So yeah, and then push-ups, I always did okay. I did like 46 in whatever the time was. But I can't. But now my lower back is just so messed up. But I got to be real careful. I want to find a place where I can go swim. I was thinking about like renting a room at one of the hotels around here just so I could use their pool all day long. And then come back and check on Mom and the dogs, let them out, and then go back to the pool. I bet I could do that one day. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, what else? I don't know. I'm a part of. I'm broader spectrum though. That's the thing. I hate when they underestimate people, like on us spectrometers, because you don't know from what the spirit is coming from, their frame of reference. Like I've watched shows, documentaries about kids with Asperger's and stuff, and there's this one that was like where they had 3 or 4 different storylines that they rotated through. And the one kid, he was just like, he would vibrate. You could tell he was feeling the energy. He feels people's energy. I could tell that's what he was doing. Because like even when his mom was trying to love on him, he'd be like, no. Because I used to do that because people would I'd hear the shit they talk about me, and then they'd act like, oh, buddy to me, and I'd be like, no, dude. Don't touch me, liar on fire, you know. So I could tell. And then he met this teacher, and this teacher connected with him. And she was like, I don't know if she was in South America. I can't remember where she was. I can't remember what the name of the video was. But the other storyline, like, the son freaking stabbed a kid to see what it was like. And the kid died. And then he went to prison. And they loved their son. And I'm just like, but it was cool, though. The cool part about that is that they loved their son and supported him. And, the family was still all behind him. And still this time I'm like, I ain't never done that. And that fucker wouldn't even help me find a place to live. You know what I mean? When you have these people that freaking kill people. And it's like, oh, we love you anyway. We'll love you through anything. And I'm just like... That's not fair, man. And then I'll go eat my feelings. And then I'll get past it. Eat a cookie. Cookies make everything better. They really do for me. And I want to give everybody cookies because I think... See, that's the thing is they make the pain less. It makes my body hurt less. It makes me more loose. It makes me more... Just makes everything suck less. So, TV's going to turn off. Oh, well, I'll turn it back on. So and I want to offer that to other people as gratuity. Appreciation for my life that God's given me. That's how I can give it back to people, I think. Because if I can help people just, like, get a good night's sleep or just not hurt or, just... that just trickles out. I'm seeing it. Oh, that's what happened. That's what I was gonna. Then I'm gonna wrap it up. Is I get pouty. I get sad. Because a lot of time I'm a very social person. A lot of years I've gone out and done all the barbecues and cookouts and that's the same thing. But all the social stuff and picnics and fireworks, even though I don't like fireworks display, but I always went to stuff to be a part of, because it feels good to be a part of something, you know. And so when holidays and occasions, like I don't do holidays and occasions and stuff like that, you know, but it's just cool, bittersweet, because like everywhere around here it's like, you know, people get together and eat together and celebrate whatever. What is it, the holiday this, it's Memorial Day. It's Memorial Day today. See, and I ain't really a fan. Well, it makes me sad that so many people died because people are greedy, and that's all it comes down to, is that and people, yeah, because people are greedy, so people gotta die. And it's been going on for too long, and I want to see a Earth where it don't happen. So, and I get, you know, I get jealous, I get envious. I gotta be careful of that. So I gotta fill my own life up, my own cup up locally, because yeah, I see other, you know, my buddy, like he has this badass boat. He just got these headers, and this boat's all loud and stuff, right? And he takes it out on one lake one day, and like the geese come up and they're feeding the geese, and it's cool, you know. And the next day, you know, they're going out to Lake Shasta, and freaking retrograde season, man. We're not only in freaking the eclipse portal, but it's retrograde season, and oh god, I'm just glad nobody was hurt. Thank God nobody was hurt. His something broke. I can't remember I can't remember the part that broke, but something broke, and the boat started taking up water, and they were on an arm of the of the lake that was away from where his truck and trailer were, and it's low. The water's pretty low in Shasta, so the slope was deep, you know. So they had to actually, a good Samaritan, you know, this is how we're gonna have to fix this Earth, is just living local. Somebody picked him up, took him back to get the trailer, and then they got a tow back to the a closer arena to where they were. And the whole time, God bless his wife, she's keeping the water out, because they were taking on a lot of water, and so he's keeping the water out, you know. And here I'm thinking, you know, oh, you know, everybody's, and people are going down the Sacramento River. Like, I wanted to be there for that, and God didn't want me to, because I'm supposed to be here. And so I go, okay, be happy for them, you know, but to help, I've lived through vicariously through other people and their lives. I have. Some are better example of others, you know, but I'm always constantly watching and learning how people treat each other and what it all derives from. We're stepping into a time that people really can't heal, but that's the thing, man. It takes work. You can't just ignore stuff. You gotta think about, you gotta talk about stuff, share things. Like, I was thinking about it today, because all the stuff that's coming up, you know, and I mention all the time, I was raped. My hip still pops. You know, I have a weird gait. It's, you know, I read the police report when I was about the same time that they said I was autistic. I found the police report, and I never got to know the story behind it, you know. I never got too mad at Mom, you know. I just always wondered what the circumstances were. Like, where were she? My father was an absentee, but like, what happened, you know? Because I know this was in California in the 70s, right in the midst of freaking, it's all craziness all the time. But I never got the story behind it, and I don't think I ever will. But the thing of it is that there's so many people that have these little pieces in their puzzle with these that have these storylines in them that people don't want to hear about, right? And everybody's all, save the children, save the children. I'm like, yeah, that's all well and good. Absolutely, save the children. But also, there's an inner child to a lot of adults that never got saved. See?